Hello, hello. I am ASTRA, and I'm talking to my magical witchy healer leaders of Earth, my Starseed Channel Oracle, Lemurian, most magical humans that are here in this lifetime to lighten up the old Earth energy, bring humanity into the new realm, the new Earth, the new cosmos, so that we can actually create our desires into our lives and create our lives and businesses as we truly desire them to be from within our heart and soul. It's you I'm talking to. If you are my peeps, first of all, leave a comment. Let me know. And enjoy. And I hope that this information is highly supportive and uplifting for you. And I'll let you know how we can go a little deeper as well. So, what is the witch wound? Most of us know, but just in case, we'll go over it. What effects do the witch wound, or what effects does the witch wound have on us, the magical witchy healer leaders of Earth? And how can we, what's the word? Sustainably, thank you, clear the effects of the witch wound and the residue of the witch wound, and move forward, free from the witch wound, free from the witch wound shackles. Sorry, distracted by cute puppies there. Minerva was giving Baxter a little kiss. Oh my God. Yes, Minerva. I said your name. Are you going to be on camera? Let's see. She's like, come here. I love kitties. You're so pretty. This is Minerva. She's a beautiful, thank you. She's the kissiest animal that I've ever known. The kissiest. That's very good and magical. Thank you. Oh, she just licked my hand. Ooh, the palms of my hands. Yes, love me, love my animals. That is the way it is. So yeah, free from the shackles of the witch wound and able to move forward into our witchy wealth. And it's funny, I know people who have had the witch wound and who also have done well moving through it and past it, even if they weren't fully conscious that that's what they were doing, and then into a place in their own lives and businesses where they were actually prospering monetarily, and yet and still, and this is one of the effects, sometimes I hear them talking about money and wealth like it's a bad thing, even though they prosper in their business, or they have prospered in their businesses. Yeah, it's just the poverty mindset, or the more specifically the belief that amassing large amounts of money is bad or evil. That is an effect of having residual energy from the witch wound. And so what the witch wound is, of course, is the centuries-old soul-level, soul-deep wound or imprint that we, the witchy ones, have carried for lifetimes, for centuries, and the wound came from us, our souls in whatever incarnation at the time. We were treated basically like garbage, right? And we were told we were evil or crazy. We were punished. We were banished from our communities. We were tortured. We were imprisoned. We were put in insane asylums. Any manner in which we could be mistreated, we were mistreated. And the people doing the mistreating, they came to treat us, the magical, witchy, empowered people, who are not superhuman. We're just humans who actually own our gifts and our power and speak our truth and share our truth and share the truths that are meant to come through us, right? So we are the empowered ones. And the humans who are not empowered or disempowered, they're afraid of their own power. And so they lash out at the people who remind them that they're scared of their own power. So like, okay, disempowered person, hello. Me, empowered witchy one, who can use my innate magic and skills and gifts to effect change and transformation in my own realm, my own life, and also support support my clients or my tribe in transforming as well by facilitating their energy shifts or alchemy. So disempowered one speaks to me, the empowered one. You are, I've never done this with hand puppets before, inner thought of disempowered one, whoa, how can they do that? Not realizing that they too can do that. Everyone has the power to change energy. It's not just a me thing. It's not just a my little circle or tribe thing. It's the magic in every soul of every human that's ever existed. But people aren't taught that. We're not taught that in grade school, and we're definitely not taught that owning our magic is cool and wonderful. There's still that imprint. Some people call it like the wounded healer imprint, or no, that's not the word, not wounded, but the oh God, I can't think of the word right now. I'll think of it and I'll say it, because there is one healer guy who basically helps people heal from the witch wound, only he calls it something different. It's a longer word. I feel like it starts with I. Oh well, it'll come back. It always does. But so I know I digress. So the effects of having the witch wound, this wound that has been instilled in our soul and our energetic systems for centuries, is that even though we know how to change energy and how to create what we desire into our lives, we have an underlying feeling that we don't deserve good things because it's been beaten down in us for so long. We are afraid to be visible, fully visible as our true selves, for obvious reasons, because we've been beaten down for being our true selves for so long. So we're timid. We keep ourselves in a box. We keep ourselves in the broom closet, the witch broom closet. And even like I'm an example of someone who I've had cough of release. If you don't know me, that's what that is. When a block or heavy energy is releasing, sometimes I cough, or I have like air bubbles. I should always include the keys of what are my physical symbols and what do they mean. Yes, Bella the kitty boy. Yes. Um, oh, I'm having brain farts today. I almost thought of that word that I was trying to think of, and then it distracted me from what I was saying. Okay, get on track, Jack. Um, yes, okay, so back to the effects of the witch wound. Another effect. Minerva, don't you dare. She wants to chase the kitty cat. Minerva.
Come here and be a good girl. Thank you. Come here. Be with me.
Speaking of which, one of the effects of the witch wound, like, okay, for instance, today I'm going to record a new podcast episode, and it's going to be about the witch wound and the effects of the witch wound and what the witch wound is and how you can get past the witch wound and all of this stuff. So my subconscious made damn sure that every other thing I had to get done this morning came before even sitting down to record the podcast. And it's just funny. So one side effect of having the witch wound or the witch wound residue, even if you've actually gone through and healed the witch wound, is that you can get distracted. You like subconsciously allow yourself to get distracted, so you don't have to actually do the thing. But here I am doing the thing, even if I can't remember words or. So I know what I was going to say about, like, I'm an example of a healer leader, I like to call us, because we're my specific tribe. We are here to actually lead movements. We're here to lead movements and and channel or bring forth, transmit specific teachings, from within our souls in this lifetime. So we're witchy healer leaders. I'm an example of a witchy healer leader who has had, in some form or another, a healing practice / business since it's now 2006, and I've had one since 2003. Very long time. Different iterations of the healing business, but and have just powered through and put myself out there, made my websites, got in touch with all my friends and family members, let them know, here's what I'm doing, and and I've always had clients, and yet and still and I know I can blame what's the word, social media, like what's that called, the rhythms, or the posts don't get shown a lot because the algorithms. That's like the rhythms. That's not quite right. Rhythm is a dancer. Sorry, not sorry. I actually like my musical side winders, but I have music in my veins. Yes, I do. So I could blame it on the algorithms and say, like, well, I posted a picture of my puppy and it went viral in a day, and I post something really important about the work that I do in my business and an offering that I know could help like hundreds of people, and it gets like 12 views and 2 likes, and it's like, well, actually, for the amount of views, that's actually a good number of likes, but you know what I mean, like I've been doing this stuff for so long, and yet somehow, to a certain degree, I've remained invisible. It was, in a way, it was easier before I took my business fully online. When I was, I had like one listing on one website for shamanic practitioners, in the USA, and I was like one of 3 shamans in Illinois to be listed. So people in Illinois searching for a shaman in Illinois got, found that website, found the shaman, And I always had clients, and through one website, one link. I mean, it's amazing to me. And now we have 80 million social media profiles and email lists and all of this stuff, and it doesn't feel it feels harder to be seen. So like there's this a visibility issue. But however, what I know to be true is that I am seen more when I make a conscious decision to be visible. So what does that say? In reality, we create our realities. Um, and that's actually something I teach I wasn't going to talk about this, but well, since it's coming up, my school of energetics for our tribe, for the magical witchy healer leaders. Um, every everything is energy, and you can change energy. Therefore, you can change everything. Because scientifically, it's just true. Everything is energy. We can change energy, so therefore, we can change everything. And in other words, we get to create our realms exactly as we desire them to be. And that's what we do in my school. My school is called Sovereign. And just go to magicallyprosperous.com/sovereign school. Sovereign school. magicallyprosperous.com/sovereign school. And there's witch wound healings and prosperity activations and 2 monthly live calls, which are part channeled class and part Q&A if anyone's on live with me. And if people can't make the live calls, they get to pre-email me your questions and or topic requests, and then I go through them all. And you would receive the recording of the call, so anything that you want to know or want support with gets addressed on the call, whether you're there or not. And there is prosperity animal magic. I'm a shaman, so I work a lot with power animals and animal totems and animal magic. And so I bring in the prosperity with the animal magic, and we have a whole section for that. And I channel a weekly prosperity animal and their wisdom and lessons and how we can apply them to our own lives and creating the lives and businesses of our desires. And in between all that, I've decided to do what I call pop-ups. So if I get a sudden inspiration or guidance and I really want to share something with you guys in the school, and it's, maybe it's our next call is like a week out or whatever, I'll just sit down, create a quick video or recording, and stick it in the pop-up section and just, write an email. Hey, there's something new in the pop-ups. I wanted to share this little thing with you. And so just, sort of energetic and vibrational support is always there for you to heal your witch wound and, own your truth and gifts and talents and mission and purpose and calling and bring those out into the world and embody your prosperity and your wealth, because you do deserve it. You do deserve it. And that's back to the healers I see who actually make money and then talk about money like it's evil. So money's not evil. Money is neutral. Money is a tool. And the more we have, the more we get to do really cool things with it, because we're the people who make the choices to actually do good with our money and to innovate and do amazing things to help bring a ripple of healing and love and peace and freedom across humanity. And in my case, it extends out to the animals, because my earth purpose is animal kindness. So in other words, the more money you receive, have, and hold, create into your realm, receive, have, and hold, the more you get to allocate it to, anywhere you desire, your causes, your beautiful home, your beautiful garden, your, creating cool, sustainable, eco-friendly practices and teaching them out with the world. I don't know why that came through. Somebody needs to hear it. So, yeah, and we've been so disempowered around money that even when we make it and have it, there's this I guess one of the terms people are using a lot nowadays is bottleneck, where it's just not open and flowing, and it's not sustainable. So yeah, and right. So being disempowered around money is a side effect of the witch wound. Feeling like we don't deserve our desires is a side effect of the witch wound. Being afraid to show our talents and magic, side effect of the witch wound. And man, that kind of sums it up, right? So in addition to the school that I mentioned, I'm going to be performing next week a witch wound healing and activation. And I will be videotaping. What am I, in the 80s? I will be recording the session on video. And I am a master of distance healing work. So if you sign up to receive the session, the video session, once it's ready, your energy will be included in the session as if we were sitting in the same room together. If you sign up and purchase the video session after I do the recording of it, I'm setting the intention that anyone who purchases it before, during, or after, and it's not a live event where you come and join me live. Again, I'll be performing the energy work, recording it, and you'll receive the video. So, and it's evergreen. So anytime you purchase it before, during, or after the session, you will receive the recording and you will be included in the energy work, in the transformational work, in the alchemy, and it's going to be really amazing. So it's a witch wound healing and prosperity activation session. Not sure if I've stated the full title of it before. So that for that session, I'm going to just include the sign up link. Or actually, hang on a second here. I just want to look at something really quickly because I've been updating the the sign up page for that. I just got to adjust the title a little bit. It's going to be magicallyprosperous.com/witchwoundhealing. magicallyprosperous.com/witchwoundhealing. And yeah. But I will include the links both to that session and to the school in case you're interested in either or both. And I really hope that you consider at least getting the session, receiving the session, because, well, I mean, entirely because it's part of my mission to actually support my healer tribe in clearing your witch wound and moving forward and into creating your prosperous realities. And partly because I want this for you personally, because you will feel so much better, so much clearer, so much lighter, and so much happier, truly, when you start to energetically untangle from all of the heaviness that has come with the witch wound for so many years, so many lifetimes, so many centuries. All right, my lovelies. So, woo, I'm a little lightheaded, and that's my physical symbol for a deep healing has taken place. So, even by just joining me on this podcast episode, we're already doing the work, and I can't wait to go on this journey and move into the future with you, into our prosperous new world. Love ya.